Howdy! I saw a lot of people questioning this, so I figured I would bite the bullet, buy both pairs of hubs, and compare them. Should apply to 98 to 2000 Ranger and the Mazda version. Explorer, they're all-wheel drive, so a little different. But if you end up using these, here you go. This is to convert your vacuum hubs to a locking style hub. I have both Rugged Ridge, which I have run for quite some time. I've actually bought 2 sets. Ran them about 1.5 to 2 years, and somebody actually pried them off my wheel and stole a set. So I had to buy another set and only ended up using one. Right off the bat, looking at them, okay, this one's not that old. They're nice and solid. I have noticed with a little bit of time, they rock back and forth a little bit. They do move nice and free. One thing I did notice that's kind of worrisome is these don't always disengage right away. You roll it back and forth and drive it and they disengage pretty good, but they don't always disengage right away. So there you go, that's how it looks on the truck. And I have noticed with the stock style wheel, the Ranger 16 or 15 inch, kind of the saw blade, I guess, is what you call it. Looks kind of like those Hot Wheel wheels, you know. It will fit with the stock center cap. Those. Here's the mile marker. These are the only ones that I've seen that are different. Now, the Rugged Ridge style actually comes progressed from a brand called AVN, and then there's various other brands they go under. But these are the Rugged Ridge ones that you get off Amazon. They're the same as AVN, etc. There's a couple different ones, except the label's different on the center. So, these are the mile marker ones. They're a bit more expensive, but I was curious why. Because this was my grandfather's truck. He bought a brand new. I'm a hot rod guy. This is the only thing I have that's new that has AC and power steering and power brakes and all that fun stuff. I've never had it before. I have the snow tires on right now. That's why I'm taking it apart now, because I fix snow plows for a living. So I got to get to work, and this is my dependable rig. I got a FX4 rear end in it, so it's got 31 splines and all that jazz. Actually, I got some pretty cool exhaust on it because the exhaust all rusted out. I got headers, true duals all the way back with an X pipe, and a set of Dr. Gas Freak Mod mufflers. But that doesn't matter right now. We're talking about hubs. So I'm gonna get that hub off, and then we'll compare them side to side. So here we go. My main reason for doing this is I'd seen tons of people going, oh, the mile marker ones are way better, or the Rugged Ridge ones are better, or they're exactly the same. I knew that these are AVN. These I didn't know. And it's hard to tell for sure because of all the misinformation out there. Looking at them right off the gate, they're not exactly the same. See how these have a little bit thicker on the notch on here? And also, it appears these ones are a little bit burlier. There's 30 weight oil dripping out there. I lube them up when I put them on. Do not use grease, they say so. Right out the gate, this has a nicer finish. This one is not that old, and it wasn't polished to begin with. One thing I really like is how much stronger this retaining clip is right here. Howdy. It's actually got a spring on it, which is very cool. Because like I said, somebody actually pried mine off and stole my left side hub. And that will make that a pain in the ass. Looking internally, they look about the same, to tell you the truth. I'm thinking we might be dealing with a little bit higher quality, or maybe it's just a different manufacture date. But I don't think this hub is the same as that one, as an AVN, as etc. I think this is actually a mile marker hub, meaning they make their own hub. Whether it be similar or not, whether they get the same casing, they make their own hub, which is very cool. If they had worn, obviously I'd get worn. So let's see if they go on any differently. Obviously it comes, the packaging is not nearly as exciting, if that matters to you at all, which it doesn't to me. I mean, it's kind of neat, I guess, but there's not like a ton of different little slots to hold it in there. There's a little piece of styrofoam that's kind of fucked up. Oh, sorry, screwed up. Warranty card. So there's not a lot of thrills to it. It's just our good parts, which I much rather prefer. Just for a reference point, side-by-side comparison, the O-rings are exactly the same. No, one's not thicker, one doesn't fit better, exactly the same. Okay, so got her on there. She just pushed right on. It's very simple, very easy if you've never done it before. You just give it a turn and a thunk. I really like that spring right there. I think that's what makes the big difference. That's what's going to hold this puppy on there. It's on there nice and solid. I do have new wheel bearings though. Take that into account. You might have a little bit of slop somewhere. I got Timken, the whole wheel bearing assembly, both sides. I did that at the same time I did the EBC brakes, which I highly recommend. They're awesome, but break them in as they recommend. Now, let's see how it does when you put the wheel on it. Bam! Alright, so right off the bat with the wheel on, I noticed that this little tabby right here. See that little guy? That little guy? I wouldn't worry about that little guy. Anyways, that little tabby right there, there's one there. And there's one there. There's one on each side, okay? Unless I just spun the whole fucking wheel around. Sorry. I keep swearing. I'm sorry, peoples. Anyways. But it doesn't interfere. With these stock Ford wheels, they fit kind of tight around that edge. So just be mindful of that when you're putting it on. But everything seems pretty good so far. Nothing really crazy. Alright, look at this. I'm too good for you guys on this. I'm not a wheeler. I'm probably only going to put these locked in the snow. Don't care about being open. If anything, I'd prefer them to be closed. Just because it keeps the elements out of them. But just to show you how they fit, I rodded them open. Because, you know, I could just get another pair off eBay or something. But as you can see, if you really want, just follow that curve of the Ford emblem. I know my phone's moving all over the place. And you can get in here and lock and unlock them. No problem. One thing I noticed right out the gate is these things are clunky and smooth. I mean, they are pretty nice compared to the Rugged Ridge ones. You could feel the axle lock and unlock. Or the Rugged Ridge ones, you didn't know what the hell was going on. So there you go. Grab that axle. Yep, she's free. There you go. Are they exactly the same part? No. The differences I saw was mostly that spring and a little bit different pieces in here. Might be a little bit better quality inside the internals, just with the way they feel. They feel a lot less cheap, if that makes any sense. They feel a little bit more rugged, and I like that. Now I gotta buy a pair of center caps. But anyways, guys, I don't really make these videos. I don't have a big intro. I got a couple, you know, hot rods and cars. Just trying to help people out. My name's Lane, aka Shakin' Phoenix, Third Pedal Lane, whatever. Follow me on Instagram. I don't got any of that shit. So here you go. That's what I got. Didn't see a comparison, so I made one. Best of luck, guys.